What is going on, everyone? I want to talk about Kenya Barris. Okay. Apparently, he is going through a separation. He is leaving his wife and is filing for divorce. And what makes this timing, very interesting is the fact that he just inked a new deal with Netflix. It's a 3-year deal for roughly around 100 million. So the fact that he's choosing to leave now when he just signed this deal, maybe this was a separation in the works. We don't know. I haven't heard much. Well, I haven't, but there hasn't been much talk coming from his wife, and we're gonna get into that. But first, let me go to the article from The Blast, which is reporting this. It says BIac-ish creator Kenya Barris is calling it quits on one of the most successful projects he's worked on, his marriage. According to records obtained by The Blast, Barris filed for divorce Friday in LA County against wife Rainier Rainbow Barris. Dr. Rainier Edwards Barris is an anesthesiologist in West Hollywood, California, which means she ain't gonna be hurting for money. Which means that she was, working. She had her own career. She wasn't about sitting at home trying to, eat off of what he has done his life, living off of his money, which means that in the separation, I don't think she's going to go full on in for his money. At least not right now. Maybe things can change, but because she is a doctor, her name is Dr. Rainier, and she has her own career. I just think the separation is going to be more about splitting assets, and what they're going to do as far as their family is concerned, kids or whatever, property, that will be determined. But it seems to me that Kenya's the one walking away, and I don't think she's going to be, chasing after his money, especially this new money that he's going to be getting. Now, for those of you who don't know who Kenya Barris is, he is one of the he is the creator of BIac-ish and a couple of other shows. Let's see here, because he produced a couple of movies. He was a co-executive producer on The Game for a short amount of time, and he also co-created and produced America's Next Top Model with Tyra Banks, which is interesting. And he also wrote Girls Trip, and also produced a film this year called Little. All right, a little bit more background, okay, on Barris. He was born in Inglewood, California, and he attended Clark Atlanta University. So the guy is well traveled, and he married his now soon-to-be ex-wife Rainbow, and they have 6 kids together. Now, it's not really saying when and how they got together, but they have 6 kids together. That's a big family. And I can tell that how the show BIac-ish is produced, that he takes a lot of inspiration, maybe from his family, to put on the show. All right. Now, let's see the rest of this article. She received her medical degree, this is Rainbow, from the David Geffen School of Medicine at UCLA and has been in practice between 11 to 20 years. Let's see. It is unclear what caused the split because the two, who have been married since 1999, the couple has 6 children together. Even though his personal life may be at a crossroads, Kenya, a professional life is booming after he left ABC Studios to sign a long-term studio deal with Netflix. According to reports, Kenya will produce exclusively for Netflix for the next 3 years with an option to extend for another 2 years. Kenya Barris is one of our great modern storytellers, said Netflix VP Cindy Holland. She added, Kenya used his voice to make audiences more aware of the world around them, while simultaneously making them laugh. His honesty, comedic brilliance, and singular point of view, combined with the creative freedom he will enjoy at Netflix, promises to create a powerful new stories for all our members around the world. So maybe he was being creatively hampered at BIac-ish. Let me say this about BIac-ish. The first couple of seasons was cool. I thought the first season was good. But after that, to me, it just seemed like it peaked. This is why you got the spinoff Grownish, and now you got this Mix-ish show they're gonna have, which I don't believe is gonna be produced by him. I think he's still gonna produce BIac-ish and Grownish, but the Mix-ish, that's 100% ABC produced by maybe someone I believe in-house. Let's see. The deal's reportedly worth upwards of $100 million and catapults Kenya into the upper echelon of Hollywood producers. Even though he's out of ABC, Kenya will still serve as executive producer on BIac-ish as well as the spinoff show Grownish, which is good. He doesn't need to be around ABC and all the BS that they're trying to do at Disney. I truly believe, and I just want to say this: if something isn't working, right, you have every right to want to leave that situation. Okay. Now people are going to look at this and they're going to look at the timing and they're going to say, well, something's a bit off. Something's a bit off. Why would you, leave as soon as you sign this, this huge deal? Now you want to leave your wife. I mean, she has her own career. He has his. It seemed to me that they're both focused on that. And I think the family is getting older. I'm not sure the ages of everyone, but I think they still got some younger ones. They're still raising, probably primarily going to be with her. But see, the thing with Kenya and his schedule, he's primarily going to be working in California anyway, I believe. And he's not a director. He's a writer and a producer. So I don't think he has to do a lot of traveling. So maybe that dynamic will be easier. Like I said, and what's interesting though, his wife, she's not a bad looking woman at all. And even though they have a bunch of young ones, I'm pretty sure she might end up with somebody else. Who knows? She kind of reminds me of Tisha Campbell from the show Martin. That's she kind of reminds me of a little bit. But anyway, again, people are gonna look at the timing of this. People are gonna wonder, why did you wait now to do this? Listen, people grow apart. People grow apart. He is somebody who's becoming successful. He's 45 years old. He's still relatively in his 40s. So he still has, time to really still grow as a writer and producer. And he has the opportunity to make a lot of money and, push himself as far as being a top-notch producer in Hollywood. Almost like a J.J. Abrams. Even though J.J. Abrams is a director too, but his company is starting to become bigger and bigger because of his ability and his company's ability to be able to write and produce TV shows and films. And I think that Kenya Barris is on his way of doing that. And listen, like I said, again, this is brand new news, okay? But I just don't think that his wife, now ex-wife, who has her own profession, she is anesthesiologist. I'm pretty sure she's busy. I'm pretty sure she makes good money. It seems to me that maybe she's okay with this. Maybe they've grown apart to the point to where he just wants to move on and she wants to move on. Maybe I'll end up doing another article where she's chasing after his money. But this may be one of the situations where maybe they just grew apart to the point to where he's like, I don't want to be attached. Maybe they come up with some agreement. I don't know. But I at least he's not hanging into a situation that he feels like he's not happy in. And he's been able to be successful throughout his marriage, and he's been able to establish himself. But this is just the start. You know, he's going to be at Netflix. He's going to be a big deal. And I think he knows that. And I think he wants to put his focus in that. He doesn't want to put his focus in trying to fix a marriage or, you know, trying to keep something going that's not going to work. And again, I don't think travel is going to be necessarily the issue. I think he's going to be able to stay close to home. So it's not going to be bad for the young ones, even though it's bad because both their parents are breaking up, and you don't want to see them, you know, people have to, you know, especially kids, be in a family that is broken apart. But I feel like Kenya's doing what's in the best interest of him in that particular moment. We see women do this all the time. We see women leave marriages because they want to leave. They don't want to be in it anymore. They're ready to go. And everybody just has to accept that. But Kenya's probably going to get criticized because it's like, how dare you leave your wife and your family? You know, you should have stayed in it, fought for it, not just necessarily leave. Even though, once again, both of them are busy. You know, there probably is no romance, no loving whatsoever going on in this relationship. And I would hope people would understand that, you know. And this is a guy whose idea, as far as this BIac-ish show, because he had done some work before, but I think this was just a little glimpse into not only him creatively, but also his family dynamic. You know, if you look at the show closely, look at Anthony Anderson's character, look at who his wife is. His wife is biracial. I believe Barris, his wife, is biracial as well. Even the girl who plays played Anthony Anderson's oldest daughter on the show looks similar to, I believe, their daughter in the Kenya and Rainbow's daughter. So there are similarities there, man. Life imitating art.